The full entry list for the 2024 24 Hours of Le Mans has been revealed, featuring 62 cars including 23 in the top hypercar class. Earlier today, race organisers the ACO announced the 25 extra entries which will join the 37 WEC cars at the race this year. I've already gone over the World Endurance Championship entry list in a separate video, but to briefly summarise it, in Hypercar, Ferrari AF Corsa, Porsche Penske Motorsport, Toyota Gazoo Racing, BMW M Team WRT, Alpine Endurance Team, and Peugeot Total Energies will each run 2 factory cars. Cadillac Racing, Isotta Fraschini, and Lamborghini Iron Lynx are all running 1 factory hypercar, and we will have privateer efforts from Hertz Team Jota with 2 Porsches, AF Corsa with a Ferrari, and Proton Competition with a Porsche. At Le Mans, 4 more hypercars will join this list. Cadillac Racing are doubling up with their IMSA car for Sebastian Bourdais, Scott Dixon, and Renger van der Zande also entered. The team have also announced the 3rd driver in the WEC car at Le Mans will be Alex Palou. Porsche Penske Motorsports will run a 3rd car, as they did last year, with Mathieu Yamane the first driver announced. Teams only need to confirm 1 driver at this stage, with the other 2 being announced by May at the latest. Lamborghini Iron Lynx have also added a car, the number 19 for Matteo Cairoli, Andrea Caldarelli and Romain Grosjean. And defending IMSA champions Whelen Cadillac Racing are back for redemption after crashing on lap 1 last year, with Jack Aitken and Pipo Derani both confirmed. In LMGT3, 18 cars are in the World Endurance Championship, 2 each from WRT BMW, Vista AF Corsa Ferrari, United Autosports McLaren, Iron Lynx Lamborghini, Proton Competition Ford, Acodis ASP Lexus, TF Sport Corvette, and Manthey Racing Porsche. And Heart of Racing and D-Station Racing will run 1 Aston Martin each. At Le Mans, 5 more cars will join this grid to create another 23-car class. Proton Competition have added a 3rd Ford Mustang, with team boss Christian Reed, who retired at the end of 2023, the only driver announced so far. JMW Motorsport are entering a Ferrari for Giacomo Petrobelli. Inception Racing have added a 3rd McLaren to the grid for Brendan Arieb, Ollie Milroy and Frederick Scandorf. Last year's GT podium finishers GR Racing are back with a Ferrari for Michael Wainwright. And AF Corsa are also having an additional car, a Ferrari for Duncan Cameron, Matt Griffin and David Perel entered under the Spirit of Race banner. It isn't an extra car, but United's 95 McLaren will have a very different driver lineup at Le Mans compared to the rest of the WEC season. Josh Cagill has been replaced by Hiroshi Hamaguchi, with Nico Pino also missing as he's racing for the team in LMP2. Speaking of LMP2, although the class is no longer in the World Endurance Championship, it is back at Le Mans, with a 16-car field all using the Oreca 07. Defending winners into Europole competition are returning with Tom Dillman and Jakub Swiatkowski, their first 2 confirmed drivers. Proton Competition have an LMP2 alongside their Hypercar and LMGT3s for Jonas Reed. Vector Sport are making their 3rd start at the race with Gabriel Aubry, Ryan Cullen and Stefan Riquelme. AO Racing and TF Sport have joined forces to run the number 14 LMP2 for PJ Hyatt and Louis Delatraz. United Autosports are one of just 3 LMP2 teams with a multi-car entry. Philippe Albuquerque is the only named driver in the 22, with Ben Hanley, Ben Keating and Nico Pino sharing the number 23, which is also eligible for the Pro-Am subclass. One of last year's winning drivers, Albert Costa, is the only person named for Nielsen Racing so far. Last year's LMP2 Pro-Am winners Algarve Pro Racing are running 2 cars. Ollie Caldwell and Matthias Kaiser will be in number 25, with Colin Braun and George Kurtz sharing the CrowdStrike backed number 45. Last year's pole sitters Edex Sport will field a car for Richard de Gueras, Paul Lafargue and Job van Uitert. The Kane team will look to make it back-to-back podiums with James Allen and Jean-Baptiste Simonauer. DKR Engineering have only named Alexander Matchell so far for a Pro-Am effort. Cool Racing are another two-car team, with the 37 for Lorenzo Fluxer, Malte Jakobsen and Ritomo Miata, and the 47 for Matthew Bell, Naveen Rao and Frederick Vesti. That's multiple Hypercar Junior drivers in the 37. Manuel Maldonado is the only confirmed driver for Panis Racing. An AF core to complete the LMP2 grid, with the trio of Ben Barnicoat, Francois Perrodo and Nico Verone. The organisers have also revealed a 7-car reserve list, in case any of the current 62 are forced to withdraw. Top of the list is another hypercar, a second Proton competition Porsche with Gian-Maria Bruni the named driver. The selection committee have a very difficult job, but I'm disappointed this one didn't make the list. Into Europol competition have another LMP2 as second reserve, ahead of LMGT3 entries from Racing Spirit of Le Mans, Kessel Racing and Formula Racing, and LMP2s from Richard Mille by TDS and Stay Sail Motorsport. If you want to find out about the drivers for all of the World Endurance Championship entries, you can do so at my video right here. In the future, I'll merge the two into one combined video, but I wanted to get this out whilst the news was still fresh. Hopefully, you still found it informative enough. What are your thoughts on this year's entry list? Please let me know in the comments below, and whilst you're down there, why not press that like button and subscribe to the channel? It really helps me out.